Well, hello again from Hong Kong. Um, I've got some grid-tied inverters here, and even though I live off the grid and I'm on my boat, I do go to marinas quite often, and if I leave the boat and I, go off and explore on the land, instead of my dump loads and extra power that my panels and turbines are making, what I'll do is I will plug into the marina shore power, and instead of it going straight to my water heater DC element where the extra power is going to make hot water, I can feed back power into the marina. And I use these grid-tied inverters. And like this one, this is a 1000 watt grid-tied inverter, and it's a decent unit. Now these only have CE certification to it, or TUV, and of course has the RoHS certificate as well. But it doesn't have the underwriter's laboratory that like the USA requires to connect to their grid. But you've got, here has your DC input, and then you've got your fault lights, etc., and the fan inside. Then on the other side, it just has your AC output. And here in Hong Kong, we use 230, between 220 to 230 volt AC, single phase, single wire. It's not like in the USA where you have the 220 where you've got two hot wires. This is the same as your 110, but just 230. But these are nice. Now I've got in my system, I've got two that are in, so I've got 2,000 watts that I can dump back into the grid should I do that. And they've got the island protection, so if the grid goes down, and in the boat I've got the relay, so if this is not connected, it automatically goes straight to the water heater and make hot water. But there's one thing that when you buy these, and I know you can buy them on eBay and that, I buy it straight from the factory, but they come with the standard appliance type cord that plugs into it. And if you read on the side of it, like this one is, this one says it's 1.0 mm square. You got 3 conductors, so hot, neutral, and ground. But that's only 1.0 mm square. This is great for your computer that takes, a few amps AC and turns it into DC power, because everything inside your central processor is all DC. But it's great for that, or to plug in a kettle or something, short-term use. But that's just too small of a wire, in my opinion. What I do is I just put this aside for, something else that I use off of my inverter, but I change it off. I buy the actual AC plug, and then this end, the female, I'll buy those separately, and what I do is I use 2.5 mm square wire, because I want to be able to carry the amps that feed back to that. I want it to be safe. I don't want to have any power loss through resistance, and where there's resistance, there's heat, and that's just it's not a safe thing. So I would recommend don't use these appliance cords, because it's really not just an appliance. It's a piece of power generating equipment that you're feeding back to the grid. So just take care and take caution if you put those into your system. So for example, if you live in the city or in the suburbs, you've got solar panels and a few wind turbines, or a wind turbine, and you want to feed back to the grid for anything that you have extra. I mean, these are great, but make sure if you're in the USA and that you have your underwriter's laboratory certificate on it, and use a proper cord. Don't use these small things, because you can start things on fire with something that small. I just wanted to share that about the grid-tied inverters. So, alright, be good, be safe, be well. Bye-bye.